enough sky. What am I the thorn in your eye? Too much sun and not enough sky. What am I the thorn in your eye? Too much sun and not enough sky. I've lost again, but I gotta maintain. Too much sun and not enough sky. What am I the thorn in your eye?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 7th race of Season 2 NASCAR Walmart Cup Series. I am Levi McIntyre, aka Thrash Maniac 99, the voice of NASCAR Walmart Cup Series, here to welcome you to the Kansas 400 at Kansas Speedway. I know you're wondering, we were supposed to go to Joe Gibbs International Raceway, but I decided instead of running that track because the camera angles are pretty poor, I've decided instead of running there, we're going to be running Kansas for this race. Now, this race is going to be a first because instead of me going through the entire starting lineup, I have actually gotten some starting grids from Trent Dunham, which I like to say thank you, Trent, for help make the starting grids. So instead of me telling you the starting lineup, I'm going to present the starting lineup here right now on your screen. Well, there's your starting lineup. Sonny Hammond on the pole with Alex Hawkins next to him. And here we go. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys and girls. And Sonny Hammond gets off to a great start. And already we see 3 wide for third between Seth Cole, Rue McIntyre, and Trent Dunham. But now Seth Cole's going to be running towards up the high line. And he's going to get bypassed by several cars. Meanwhile, it is Sonny Hammond who's leading. Now it's a battle for second between Danny Wells and Trent Dunham for second, while Austin Weiner's coming into the fray. Meanwhile, Sonny Hammond leads lap 1 here at Kansas. Let's see who else is running back here. We got a battle for fourth between P.J. Williams, Charles Jackson, but now Williams is going to go by Austin Weiner. Oh, Annie Thomas about got into PJ, and that could have been a big mess. But meanwhile, Henrietta Fitzwater, and the caution flag is out. But wait a minute, let's look. Okay, I think they're selling out. Who was in this? Oh, Sam Young was involved. Austin Talley. Hunter Bell, who is struggling now. That's the second straight race he's wrecked. Oh, we got several cars. Ian Dutta, Barney Taylor, Alex Pedro, Brody Talley, Joshua Collard, Ken Thero, both of the petty cars. This had to have been a massive crash, like a big wreck. Meanwhile, we have drivers pitting, but Seth Cole's going to stay out. This is interesting strategy on the part of these drivers. Actually, no, the first car to stay out is actually P.J. Williams. So P.J. Williams will be the leader here on this restart. Let's now take you to a replay to see what brought the caution out for the first time today here at Kansas. Well, here's how it starts. Alex Pedro gets a run on Joshua Collard. Ian Dutta's coming on the bottom, and they both go for a slide through the infield, but good thing that's all pavement. But then what's going to happen is that drivers are gonna come back up the track and collect a lot of cars. And where is Barney Taylor? I knew he... Oh, he's upside down. Barney Taylor got turned over. How did that happen? Well, there's where Ian Dutta is going to come up right in front of Taylor and Sam Young. And then up there, Pedro gets in the collar, Ken Thero and Austin Talion. Oh, he gets hit from Hunter Bell, and wow. He about went into the catch fence, and that could have been a major problem. But Barney Taylor has a flip, and he's on top of Sam Young, and then he finally comes to rest on all four wheels. But holy crud, that was a brutal flip for that car. But let's see when Alex Pedro comes up the track. We saw with Ian Dutta, yeah, he gets up into both the Petty cars and Austin Talley, and that's how they get collected. Everybody avoiding on the bottom, while everybody else behind, who are running up on the high line, get involved. Now, how does Brody Talley get into this? Because he was running towards the back of the pack. I'm thinking he might have hit the 18 of Ian Dutta. Let's see, he does, and Ian Dutta's car is stuck in the wall. Wow, I've never seen that in my life. Ian Dutta's car gets stuck up against the wall. How does this happen? Let's see what happens when he comes back up and gets into Taylor, Sam. Let's see. Yeah, the rear of his car hit so hard, it penetrated the wall, and he got stuck there. And even with that hit from Brody Talley, he was still stuck on the wall. That is very, very bizarre. He hit that wall so hard that the rear of the car got stuck in the safer barrier. Well, that was a look at what brought the caution out. Let's now take you to the restart. Well, updated list of cars out of the race after that incident are Joshua Collard, Hunter Bell, Austin Talley, Sam Young, Alex Pedro, Ian Dutta, Barney Taylor, and Brody Talley. PJ Williams is going to be your leader. Second is Austin Weiner. Third is his teammate Dylan Young. Fourth, Matt McIntyre. Fifth is Seth Cole. Sixth is Trent Dunham. Seventh, Kyle Matthews. Eighth, Dylan Thero. Ninth, Cody Lamas. Rounding out the top 10 is Zachary Fitzwater. Then it's Michael Norman, Eric Burton, Annie Thomas, Sonny Hammond, who's the first car who pitted. He's going to restart 14th. And then Danny Wells, Henrietta Fitzwater, Charles Jackson, Theo Stegall, Alex Hawkins, Rue McIntyre to top 20. Then it's Chris Washer, Parker Wright, Betty Johnson, Preston Blord, Jecko Knight, Tommy Mooney, Mason Bromer, Chase Oliver, David Rivera, Ryan Anderson Jr. to top 30. The rest of the cars are Jessica Sheldon, Gabe Williams, Justin Talampas, and Ken Thero. An incident in the beginning of the race involving Ian Dutta and Alex Pedro getting together and coming back up the racetrack and collecting cars. But here we go. Green flag is back out here at Kansas. And two of the three Penske cars running in the top 5 at the moment, the only one who isn't, is one of the cars out of the race, and that is Hunter Bell. And now we see Matt McIntyre and Seth Cole and Dylan Thero trying to get a run underneath the two Penske cars. And it's 3 wide for second. Or at least it was. And now Seth Cole, he's got a full head of steam. He's going to go to the bottom to try to get the lead from PJ Williams. Did he get the lead at that moment, though? Yeah, he did. Seth Cole will lead that lap. But now here comes Dylan Thero. And oh man, I thought they were going to go 4 wide, but I guess not. But Dylan Thero is now the leader, and we are still green. 3 wide for second. Oh man, it is almost 4 wide, but it's still 3 wide. Let's check around the back, see where everybody is. Wow, Austin Weiner's lost a ton of ground. Ken Thero is not running up to speed. Oh, Eric Burton, I thought he almost got turned, but he's still running up here. Now Seth Cole going to try to go underneath Eric Burden and try to get the lead back, and he's got Charles Jackson right behind him. Seth Cole trying to go for his second straight win of the season after he won last week at Kentucky. He's going to try to go for 2 here on mile-and-a-half tracks for himself. But now here comes Theo Segal and Charles Jackson to the front. And now look who's coming into the fray. Rookie Alex Hawkins in the 47 car. He's now all of a sudden running up here in the top 5. And Danny Wells is running up here too. Excuse me. That's better. And now Alex Hawkins and Danny Wells are going to try to run underneath Seth Cole. While meanwhile, Theo Segal is your leader at the moment. And when they come to the stripe, it'll be 30 laps to go here at Kansas. And now Danny Wells is going to get to second. And Seth Cole is now falling back to around the 6th spot. And now he's going to go underneath Annie Thomas and Alex Hawkins. And now look who all of a sudden is up here. Where did Justin Talampas come from? He restarted around 33rd or something like that. And now all of a sudden he's going to try to get the lead. And he's going to lead this lap. Where did Talampas come from? Holy schnighties. Meanwhile, Theo's going to be freight trained by both Charles Jackson and Seth Cole. Seth Cole moving up to the 2nd spot. And now here comes Jackson and Annie Thomas underneath of Seth Cole, but Annie's running right behind Jackson. She's going to go all the way down to the apron. Charles Jackson's going to get second, while Justin Talampas, who's the lowest running driver in points in both regular and rookie, he is dead last in all of them. Dead last in rookie, dead last in regular. He hopes to get a good finish and potentially a win, and hopefully for himself to get a wild card spot in the chase, but in order to do that, he'd have to start excelling up through the points if he's going to be able to get a wild card spot. Meanwhile, Annie Thomas is second. Now here comes Dylan Thero back up into the fray. And now look who's entering in. Jessica Shelton, who is now running in the 5th spot, trying to go underneath her teammate Seth Cole. Let's see where the other Stewart Haas cars are running. I see there's Parker Wright, who's running in 15th at the moment. Now what about the 4th car of, is there? Yeah, Alex Pedro. Yeah, Alex Pedro's out of the race. I completely forgot. And Kyle Matthews nearly turned somebody. Seth Cole's now getting freight trained. Meanwhile, Justin Talampas continues to lead. And they're getting ready to catch that 9 car of Ken Thero. This could start some issues for these drivers. Let's go up to the 9 and keep an eye out on him, see what's going to happen with him. They're all going to go up to the high line to pass him. He's running down low, everybody going by. Oh, David Rivera's going to get held up for a moment, but he's going to go by. Now it's Eric Burton getting held up, Charles Jackson. Oh man, this is not going to be pretty. And oh man, they are 4 wide up there. 4 wide. We need to keep an eye out on this. And they're going to settle it back to 3 wide, but the caution's out. What for? Oh, and Seth Cole's upside down. And Michael Norman involved, Marian Anderson Jr. And we had green flag pit stops getting ready to happen because I see Dylan Young and Henrietta Fitzwater were coming down pit road to start green flag pit stops. Now they've just probably got caught. Oh my goodness. It looks like drivers are going to be coming in the pit road, but David Rivera, Danny Wells, Parker Wright, Annie Thomas, Eric Burden, Preston Plord, Ken Thero, Rue McIntyre, and others are going to stay out. So David Rivera is going to be your leader here on this next restart. Let's now take a look at a replay and see what brought the caution out for the second time here at Kansas. Well, here's a look at it. It looks like Michael Norman. Oh, Seth Cole looked like he was trying to get in the pit road, but Michael Norman was there, and they just both go up into the wall. And there's where Ryan Anderson Jr. is going to get hit. And then right there, he wasn't going very fast, but he hit Seth Cole in the driver's door enough to get him flipping. And I think he's going to turn over once, maybe twice. Yeah, it looks like about twice, but let's try to find the 51 of Ryan Anderson Jr. He's running right next to fellow rookie Gabe Williams. He hits Seth Cole or Michael Norman right there, and he was only running 70 miles per hour when he hit Seth Cole in the driver's side, but it was apparently enough to get him upside down and to flip a couple times. While Seth Cole flipped, we got away with only a 3-car incident, but Seth Cole is going to take the worst end of the deal as there you see him stuck upside down. He turned over a couple times, and he ain't a stranger to flipping his car. In fact, it was last season at M&M's. He took one of the wildest rides I've ever seen where he barrel rolled 13 and a half times at M&M's, but tough break for Seth Cole, who was hoping to get his second straight win, and he had a good car running up in the front, and he got freight trained by, and it looked like he was trying to get into pit road, but Michael Norman was running right there. He didn't see the 3, and then they just crashed. Ryan Anderson Jr. was just a passenger. But that is a look at what brought the caution out. Let's now take you to the restart. Well, after that incident, we have a few other cars who are going to be out of the race. Ryan Anderson Jr., Michael Norman, and Seth Cole. So those cars are out of the race. David Rivera decided to stay out and not pit. He is your leader. Parker Wright second. Third is Rue McIntyre. Fourth, Betty Johnson. And then everybody else pitted behind Betty Johnson. So Justin Talampa has fifth. Sixth is Dylan Thero. Seventh, Jessica Sheldon. Eighth, Jecko Knight. Ninth, Charles Jackson. 10th is Alex Hawkins. Then it's Dylan Young, Trent Dunham, Theo Segal, Gabe Williams, Chase Oliver. Then Sonny Hammond, Chris Washer, Mason Bromer, Tommy Mooney, and Kyle Matthews to top 20. Then it's Henrietta Fitzwater, Danny Wells, Annie Thomas, Eric Burton, Preston Plord, Cody Lamas, Austin Weiner, Zachary Fitzwater, PJ Williams. I guess Matt McIntyre is supposed to be 11th, but something's going on with that car. I guess he was a car who had to come down pit road again because he's not up here in his spot. And now he's picking up his speed, and now we are under the green flag now. We need to keep an eye out on this 9 car of Ken Thero, as he's not up to speed after he got into that incident in the beginning of the race. Oh, he's holding up Dylan Young, and now they're going to go 3 wide past him, but now we're going to see more cars get held up. Chris Washer's getting held up right now, Henrietta Fitzwater, Danny Wells. There's a lot of people getting held up from the 9 car. Yeah, Washer, Fitzwater, and Lamas are innocent victims. Now Wells is held up. Oh, and then we got a wreck up at Kyle Matthews, Annie Thomas, Charles Jackson, Zachary Fitzwater. Sonny Hammond spins. Oh, did somebody... Oh, Kyle Matthews gets him. But Sonny Hammond's going to be able to drive away. But Kyle Matthews, the Daytona 500 winner, is going to get wrecked. Meanwhile, drivers were coming down pit road. David Rivera, who stayed out, he came down pit road. Who is the leader? It looks like it's back to Justin Talampas. Anyways, it looks like they're going to stay out this time. No, they're coming down pit road. So it's going to be interesting to see who's going to be the leader. And Austin Weiner is going to stay out, as to will Cody Lamas and Eric Burton, among others. So It looks like Austin Weiner will be your leader here on this restart when we go back green. Let's take a look at a replay and see what brought the caution out for the third time here at Kansas. Here's where it starts. It looks like Rue McIntyre right there. I think his motor let go, and then he's going to start holding up drivers. And then Kyle Matthews gets into Charles Jackson, and then Annie Thomas gets into him, and then drivers pile in, and then Zachary Fitzwater and Matt McIntyre get together. Looked like Matt was coming through, and he gets into Fitzwater, and then up into Mooney, Lamas, Wells, Hammond, Burton, but they relatively got away with minimal damage. But let's look at the 5. As there you see the 28s holding up drivers, and Matthews gets into Jackson, but then it was Annie Thomas who gets him up against the wall, and then P.J. Williams gets in it. Preston Plord gets a tiny piece of it. And then let's keep an eye out, and then Kyle Matthews gets into Charles Jackson, but Kyle Matthews is going to be the one that's going to take the worst end of the deal. Is right there he gets in the Sonny Hammond, and that's what's going to cause his motor to go. But while this was happening, the front runners who stayed out that last caution all came down pit road to pits. So, but that was a look at what brought the caution out. Let's now take you to the restart. Well, updated list of cars out of the race after that are, from the looks of it, it looks like Sonny Hammond might be out, or he's a lap down, but Charles Jackson's out, as too is Kyle Matthews. Let's check and see if Charles Jackson's on track. No, he's out. What about Sonny Hammond? There he is. He's just coming up through the field. But Austin Weiner's going to be your leader, then Cody Lamas second, third Eric Burton, fourth Matt McIntyre, fifth is Annie Thomas, sixth is P.J. Williams, seventh Zachary Fitzwater, 8th, Justin Tlampas, 9th, Alex Hawkins, and Trent Dunham 10th. And Gabe Williams, Mason Bromer, Chase Oliver, Dylan Young, Jekko Knight, Dylan Thero, Danny Wells, Theo Stegall, Jessica Shelton, Henrietta Fitzwater, Tommy Mooney, Chris Washer, and Preston Plord. Those are the cars left on the lead lap. And then you got Betty Johnson, Ken Thero, David Rivera, Rue McIntyre. Actually, Rue McIntyre, I think he might have ran out of fuel, not blown a motor. I thought he blew a motor, but I guess he ran out of fuel. Then Parker Wright and Sonny Hammond. Those are the cars who are a lap or more down after the incident or getting caught on pit road. But here we go. Green flag is back out. Austin Weiner is your leader, and he gets a great restart. We need to keep an eye out here on the 9, see what's going to happen with him, if he's going to cause any problems. He's holding up Rue McIntyre. Now he's going to... Oh, and Trent Dunham gets turned! Oh, and Mason Bromer back up into Danny Wells. Oh, Theo Stegall turns over. Tommy Mooney involved. Wow, Henrietta Fitzwater barely missed him. Tommy Mooney gets into it. Caution is out with 12 to go, and Austin Weiner's still your leader. Man, oh man. After that great green flag run we had, we've been getting caution after caution since. But Austin Weiner is your leader. Let's see if he's going to come down pit road, if everybody will. I would think everybody would come down for one final stop to top off on fuel. Let's see. No, Austin Weiner's going to stay out. Looks like everybody, well, except Sonny Hammond, just to repair damage. Preston Plord got a piece of that incident. So I think everybody's deciding to stay out because they have enough fuel, I would think, to make it to the finish. But now let's take a look at the replay as to what brought the caution out for the 4th time here at Kansas. Here's a look at it right here. It looks like Mason Bromer gets a good run, and he's going to get into Trent Dunham, into Jekko Knight, cause him to spin. And then right there you see Mason Bromer comes up into Wells, Stegall, and Dylan Thero actually got a piece of it. And then there you see right there, Theo Stegall gets into it, along with Tommy Mooney. Let's see, how does the 83 get flipping here? Oh, he gets hit. Wow, that was a big hit right there from the 48. Jessica Sheldon did a great job of getting by, as too did Henrietta Fitzwater. Look at the 36. So close. So close to hitting that 83 car. It was, you couldn't even fit a piece of paper in between that. But let's see, how does Preston Plord get into this? Oh, I picked the wrong one. That's Collard, who was out already. How does Preston Plord get into this? I think he's going to get into Tommy Mooney, and that's how Mooney will get into it. It was after Mooney hit Seagal, and then Plord gets into him. Oh, Henrietta Fitzwater did get a little piece of it. She just barely hit the 31 of Danny Wells, but other than that, nothing major for the 36. But let's actually go on board with the 36 car, because I need to see how close she was to hitting the 83 car. On board with Henrietta Fitzwaters. There you see the wreck takes place. Little tap right there, and then look at how close this was. Wow. Unbelievable. Well, after that incident, updated list of drivers out of the race are Preston Plord, Tommy Mooney, and Theo Seagal. So that leaves us 26 cars left on the track, 20 on the lead lap. And Austin Weiner is your leader. Second is Eric Burton. Third is Betty Johnson. Fourth is Cody Lamas. Or wait a minute, no, Betty Johnson's actually a lap down. Third is Cody Lamas. Fourth, Matt McIntyre. And fifth is Zachary Fitzwater. Then Annie Thomas, Gabe Williams, PJ Williams, Justin Talampas, and Alex Hawkins to top 10. Then Chris Washer, Dylan Thero, Jecko Knight, Chase Oliver, Mason Bromer, Jessica Sheldon, Dylan Young, Trent Dunham, Henrietta Fitzwater, and Danny Wells. And then we got cars like Johnson and Wells and Sonny Hammond and Rue McIntyre and Parker Wright, David Rivera are still a lap down after getting caught on pit road. But Austin Weiner is your leader. He's looking to try to get his 5th career win, but his first win of the season. But here we go. Green flag is coming out, and it's going to be 8 to go here at Kansas. Let's go back to the 9 of Ken Thero. Let's see where he is. He's holding up Trent Dunham, but now they're going to go by him. Fine. And now Eric Burden has gotten around Austin Weiner for the lead. Meanwhile, lap cars are going past. So now we got a battle for second here between Austin Weiner and Zachary Fitzwater. And Fitzwater's going to get around him. Meanwhile, lap cars are trying to get around Eric Burden. And Parker Wright, David Rivera do that. But now here comes Betty Johnson. But now we got a battle for the lead. Here comes Zachary Fitzwater to the lead. And Gabe Williams is coming in, as too is Chris Washer and Cody Lamas. And we are still green. Eric Burden gets bypassed. So now Zachary Fitzwater is your leader with 6 laps to go. And now he's trying to get around these lap cars. But now look at this. Here comes Chris Washer to the bottom. Meanwhile, back there, you see Gabe Williams, Eric Burden battling for 3rd. And then now here comes Justin Talampas. He's trying to get back up to the front as we are still green. And Chris Washer leads with 5 laps to go. I think if a caution comes out at any moment, the race would be over. Meanwhile, 3 wide, 2 of them battling for 2nd, Eric Burden and Zachary Fitzwater. Meanwhile, Chris Washer continues to lead, and now here comes Justin Talampas. And he's got a fast car. Can he catch up to the 24 of Washer? Meanwhile, here comes Gabe Williams with help from Parker Wright. Now Gabe Williams is going to go to 2nd. Meanwhile, Chris Washer continues to lead. coming to the stripe to take 3 to go. Does anybody have anything for Chris Washer? Otherwise, he is going to have this win because he's got lap cars in between him and second place, who is Gabe Williams at the moment. The lap cars are trying to catch Washer to try to get their laps back, but it ain't going to mean much because we're almost through. And Chris Washer coming to the stripe to take 2 to go here at Kansas. Meanwhile, second is Eric Burden, and he's got 4 lap cars between him and Chris Washer. And we are still green, unless the lap cars can somehow make something happen with Chris Washer. I don't think anybody's getting around Washer. Zachary Fitzwater's on pit road. Uh-oh. This could mean drivers could have to come down pit road. Oh man, this is going to get interesting real fast. As right now, second is still Eric Burton. But meanwhile, Chris Washer still leads, but let's see if he's coming down pit road. It doesn't look like he is, so I think he's going to have this win. Chris Washer is going to get his 5th career NASCAR Walmart Cup Series win. He's going to win the Kansas 400 at Kansas. PJ Williams had to come down pit road, but great job for that 2014. Restarted around the 11th spot, and he's going to win this race. Unbelievable performance by that 2014. He now has a win. This could help him get a potential wild card spot for the chase if he can get in within that top 15, which I believe he will after this race. But great job for Chris Washer to get that win. But now let's take a look at your official finishing results. Chris Washer is going to get his 5th career NASCAR Walmart Cup Series win, and he's going to get it here at Kansas. Eric Burton, so close once again to getting that win, and he's going to come away with 2nd, but still, great run for him. In fact, this could boost him up to the points lead, if possible. We'll have to check the points, but you'll see the points at the end of this video. Gabe Williams, oh, I see somebody smoking up ahead. Who is that? Mason Bromer smoking. He must have got into it with somebody on pit road. Because I also see Austin Weiner's got damage, but that don't matter. Anyways, Gabe Williams gets 3rd. Great run for him. Austin Weiner, another top 5 finish for him. Keep an eye out on that 12th car, because Austin Weiner is one of the most impressive newcomers to the NRO3 community. He's going to come away with 4th. Great run for him. Rounding out the top 5 is rookie Alex Hawkins. Great run for him. But give credit to Justin Talampaz. He led a lot earlier. He was almost up to try to get the win, but he got shuffled. But he's still going to come away with 6th. This can move him up high into the points, move him out of last place. Trent Dunham, even after getting into that incident with Mason Bromer, he's going to come away with 7th. Great run for him. Dylan Thero, who led for a little bit earlier on, he's going to finish 8th. 9th is going to go to Chase Oliver. Great run for him. And rounding out the top 10 with a great finish is Matt McIntyre. The rest of the cars who finished on the lead lap were Jekko Knight, Cody Lamas, Jessica Sheldon, Annie Thomas, Dylan Young, Mason Bromer, Henrietta Fitzwater, and Danny Wells. And then the next few cars were a lap or more down. And they were Parker Wright, Rue McIntyre, David Rivera, Betty Johnson, Zachary Fitzwater, Ken Thero, PJ Williams, and Sonny Hammond. So 26 cars finished, and everybody else was out of the race. Preston Plord, Tommy Mooney, Theo Stegall, Charles Jackson, Kyle Matthews, Ryan Anderson Jr., Michael Norman, Seth Cole, Joshua Collard, Hunter Bell, Austin Talley, Sam Young, Alex Pedro, Ian Dutta, Barney Taylor, and Brody Talley. That is a look at your official point standings. Now, to take a look at the point situation coming into this race. Actually, Eric Burden wouldn't get the points lead. He is 16th, but the highest finishing driver in the points who was in the top 10, from the looks of it, it looks like it was Parker Wright, but I don't know who's going to be the points leader. But let's see where Joshua Collard and Betty Johnson finished. Joshua Collard finished in 35th, Betty Johnson 22nd. So I think based on that, or let's check Mason Bromer. Mason Bromer was a little bit behind. He actually finished ahead of both, so I think Mason Bromer might be your new points leader going into the next race, which will be held at. I really need to take a look at the schedule more often. The next race is going to be the big one at Thornton, so looks like Mason Bromer could be the points leader, but you'll see the official points at the end. But now here are your results, point standings as far as rookie and regular. But until Thornton, this is Levi McIntyre saying so long, everybody.